Hey, come with me as I round on patients at other hospitals. Hi, my name is Dr. Bryce. I'm an OB/GYN resident and mom of 5 in West Virginia. Our particular hospital system has 3 different hospitals. We're mainly based out of our Women's and Children's Hospital, but periodically we have consults and patients that we need to round on at other hospitals. So I am going over to one of our other hospitals to round and check out these. It's actually 3 different consults. So we will see. So come with me as I head over to our other hospital. Like to where I'm at the other hospital, I'm walking and I'm going to drop stuff off first in the locker room, in the OR locker room. I do not like to wear hospital scrubs home. So since this will be my last stop before heading home, I'm just going to drop off my normal clothes, civilian clothes in the OR locker room. And then I'm going to head up and see a couple of patients up on the floors here at our other hospital. And then finish up their notes. I will call my attending, give checkout, and then head home for the day. I've just dropped my stuff off in the ladies' locker room up here by the ORs. To switch my shoes. I don't wear hospital shoes outside the hospital. Now I'm headed down to see a couple of patients in the ER, and then I'll head upstairs, see one more upstairs, and then hopefully be just about ready to go home. Hey everyone, so I am in one of the call rooms over at the other hospital. I am just going to be working on some of my notes quickly. And so I saw 3 patients over here in consult, 2 of which I'm going to see hopefully as outpatients if they need it. And then one I will be continuing to follow here while she's here in the hospital. So we'll kind of keep you updated and see what's going on with that. But that is kind of one of the things about being a resident, is that sometimes you think your day is going to be early. I thought I'd be going home today around 4. It is currently like 6:30 and I'm going to have a couple of notes to write here. Probably won't get home till like 7:30 at the earliest. Because I also need to reach out to some of the other teams and make sure that they're on board with what the plans are for, or what my recommendations or my plans are for these different patients. So just another day in the life of an OB/GYN resident and mom of 5. Well, as you can see, it is now dark out. I have just finished seeing all of the consults. A couple of them ended up being a little more difficult. I'm still coordinating with a couple other teams just to make sure that the patients have everything they need before I head home. I have a rule that when I go home, other than reading, like I'll do reading in my textbooks, prepping as far as reading about procedures or journal articles, but I try not to do any clinical work at home, so that my clinical work is done when I get to the house, so I can try to focus on the kids. And then any reading that I want to do as far as like in my textbooks or journal articles, sometimes if I'm working on some of my research projects, I will work on those at night after the kids have gone to bed. But those are all things that don't necessarily have a timeline, as in they're not going to directly impact patient care if I don't have them completed. For me personally, it's really important that I protect that time, not only with my family, but also for my patients. I want to make sure that I'm really giving them my devoted time and attention. So I do all that in the hospital. That is just what happens to work for me. That's not what works for everybody. But for me, when I get home, it's a little bit chaotic. Everybody's sort of running up. They're very excited to see me. Although unfortunately tonight, there's actually a pretty decent chance that Brandon's going to have all the little kids in bed. So if that is the case, I will do my best to not disturb them, because I want them to get a good night's rest. So I'm not sure what I'm going to come home to. It's always a bummer when I think that my day is going well and then I'm going to be home on the earlier side, and then I end up let's say at least 2.5 hours past, usually like our latest. So our checkout is at 5:15. So usually I'm home by 5:30. So I'm a solid 2.5 hours past when I'm normally home. So it's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I really enjoy my patients. I felt like I was really able to spend some quality time with the consults that I needed to see over here and really get good plans in place for them, which is really important. So as hard as it is to be away from my kiddos, it's also really important to me to take really good care of my patients. So that's why I'm here. So my notes are all done. All my clinical work is done. So now I can go home. I can maybe spend some time with them if they're still up. And then I've got a chapter that I would like to read tonight, as well as a journal article to prepare for our didactics, which is our education tomorrow morning. So if you guys have any questions about what it is like to be an OB/GYN resident, a mom of 5, seeing consults, how I kind of juggle and manage things, please put them in the comments below. As always, like, follow, and share, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon.